Hey guys, this is my second video on Evernote. The first one I showed you how to get started, how Evernote's set up, and a few of the basic features. This video I'm going to talk about very quickly how you can use Evernote as a student and some of the possibilities. I've already mentioned the use of notebooks and notes and keeping organized in that way. And the most obvious way you could see this being used as a digital notebook, whether you're in class using it, or whether you're using it on some kind of smartphone or tablet device. You would easily be able to open up a new note, start typing notes in the class, and staying organized. I want to show you about a cool feature over here in the notebook section, and what Evernote calls it is stacking notebooks. And if you'll see here, I have a U.S. history notebook with a little drop-down arrow next to it. And what you can do, much like you can do with folders on your desktop, is put notebooks inside of notebooks. So let's say one of your classes is a U.S. history class, and you want to organize not only by that, but by even smaller topics, the Civil Rights Movement, Cold War, World War II. You can now do that. And that way it becomes a highly organizational tool, so you don't have to search through the entire U.S. history folder to find something if you know what topic it is you're looking for. So the use of stacking of notebooks just adds an even bigger organizational tool. Another tool that comes in very handy that you wouldn't be able to use with a regular paper notebook is the search function. And what the search function does is it allows you to basically type in anything you want to search for inside of your Evernote book, and it will pull up notes related to that. So let's say you've been in U.S. history, you're going back to study for an exam at some point, and you want to bring up stuff on the Cold War. You could type in you gotta be in all notes, sorry, in order to search through all notes. If you're not there, or if say it's your U.S. history class, you should be in that one, and you can type in Cold War, and as you can see, it'll start narrowing down the search. Or let's just say you had a very expansive notebook with hundreds of notes, and you were looking for something related to students. You type in student, and as you can see, it'll bring up anything, not only in the title, but also if you look over here, any highlighted word is student. And so that takes the organizational tool to a completely other level compared to a standard handwritten paper-bound notebook. So the stacking of notebooks, searching through notebooks, all great tools to stay organized for all your classes. You could have a folder for every class. You could have a notebook for every class. You could have notebooks inside of notebooks. It's really a great thing to have. So I'm going to go back into my U.S. history notebook real quick, and I'm going to show you just a few other things that Evernote allows you to do. If you have the app for your iPhone or Android, Evernote gives you a few other options, one of which is the ability to take pictures and add them as notes. So let's say the first day of class, your teacher hands out a paper, and you want to save it. It's important. It has a lot of important information on it. What you can do is actually take your smartphone out, take a picture of it, and save it into your Evernote. And what that would look like, I have one here, is something like this. And as you can see, if I scroll down, this is actually an entire 8 by 11 sheet of paper. And surprisingly enough, the picture quality comes out great. You can still read all the words here. And if you were to click on it, it'll actually bring up another screen that allows you to manipulate it even more. and zoom in, and depending on what computer you're using, it'll be a different program. So that provides an even greater ability, for stuff that isn't directly on your computer, for actual physical pieces of paper. You also have the ability, if you don't have a smartphone app for it, instead of taking pictures, you could scan pages, save them as notes. And so this can now go into your U.S. history folder and be saved, and will always be there for you to sort through. Another use, not only physical pieces of paper that are handed to you, but also the use of textbooks. If you have 500,000 page textbooks, and there's certain things that you need to remember and save and want to be able to access without having to lug around your 1,000 page textbook everywhere, you can take pictures of your textbook, and I have an example of that right here. Similar to the last time, it's very clear in quality. You can still read from it, and you're able to identify it and save it. Save it for later use. I have another one that's actually a map right here, a picture of a map. And so as you can see, the possibilities seem to be becoming endless. You can create different notebooks to help stay organized. You can search through all your notebooks very quickly and easily. And you can also add physical things in there simply by taking pictures or scanning them. I want to go over one quick thing, and that's the ability of tags. What tags are other identifiers for your notes. So if you click on I'll click out of it. If you click to add a tag, you can give it a very basic, what's the word I'm looking for? Identifier. So let's say you have a lot of picture of maps. You could give it a map tag. And what it'll do is actually, if we go over here, we see under the tags folder, we see maps. And what that allows me to do is go to all my old notebooks. Now you can click through and see all these different tags that you've labeled for things. Let's say you keep a lot of phone numbers in here. If you give it a phone number tag, you can bring it up. Or recipes. If you give it a recipe tag, it'll bring up all that. So that actually gives you another way of identifying each note by something other than its title or what's found in it, and also keeping them organized in a separate manner than just notebooks. So a lot of great uses here between the notebooks, tags, being able to add pictures and scans into it. And I'm going to do one more quick thing real quick. If you go up to the Tools option, you have the ability to import folders. If you click on that, you can add any folder that's on your computer to it. And what Evernote will do is anytime a document is added to that folder, it will add it as a note in your Evernote. I should warn you, only certain type of documents can do this. With the free account, I should say, pictures and audio files. If you want Microsoft Word files, something like that, you're going to have to get the upgraded. But anyways, I'm going to go to my desktop, and as you can see, I have two things right here. I have a PDF file and I have a folder. This is the folder I've identified Evernote, or I've identified to Evernote as watching. So I'm going to drag and drop this PDF in there. I'll come back into my Evernote. I'll give you the same one because there's still a Word document in there. I should take it out of there. Now I come back into Evernote, and if we go to All Notes, we'll notice the newest one is that document, and it's in PDF format. And you can click through it. It's actually a PowerPoint saved as a PDF, but it doesn't matter. You can click through it and look at it. So it's simply just another tool to use in the Evernote arsenal.